Hi, Kimberly here, and today I want to talk to you about happiness. It's a hard subject to talk about because, baby, I ain't felt it in a couple of days. Day drinking. Yes, it is. Day damn drinking.
Yeah, you wanted a million and you show it. What you want, is it really that important? You've been on my mind.
I feel like I miss my videos of vlogging. So, hey, why not? Let's do a little bit of behind the scenes of what I do to get ready for these sit-down vid shows. Put my little earrings on. I got these from Amazon. I think they're kind of cute. Little hookups. I'm doing all this knowing full well, in all likelihood, I'll delete this. Because that's what I do. Is I film and then I delete. Or at least I film and then I never upload it. Oh, but baby, if I was talking about the trials and the tribulations that have been going on, let me tell you about it. Why not? Let's talk. So what was it? Monday, went to work. Everything was kosher Monday, not a bad day. However, they had snow in the forecast. Okay, cool. They didn't know if it was going to be 1 inch to 10. Literally, that's what the weatherman said. To me, that's some cover your butt kind of language. So he's covering his butt. Okay, cool. What I know is it's going to be some snow, maybe 1 inch or so. Oh, now I went and got my... Why I got the creaky chair? Because I'm too lazy to move. I'd rather move my behind off the back of it than move from being on the creaky chair. So anywho, weatherman forecast is going to be whatever inches of snow. We went ahead, we did our little snow recipe. One thing I like to do is whenever it's going to be the first day that it snows while we're at school and stuff, I like to have just an indoor snow day. And so what that looks like is maybe like 1/4 of a cup of baking soda and then 1/4 of a cup of conditioner. And the conditioner I typically use is the Suave coconut conditioner just because it smells so good. Leaves my classroom smelling fresh and all the things. So we do that. We have our fun. We end up going home, of course, and as I'm driving home, it's snowing. Oh, but wait, there's more. I forgot. While I was at school, I was snacking. I don't know what it is. However, I feel like I've got the munchies or something. I'm just snacking. Everything I see, snacking, grazing, snacking. I had some Snickers. I had some Skittles. And at some point I decided, girl, obviously this is a cheat day. Go on and cheat, girl. Do your cheat thing. So I did. And I had a slice of pizza. I get off work and sure enough, the precipitation is coming down. And I'm going to say it was like a rain-snow mix or whatever. I'm like, this is finna be good, baby. We're probably going to have us a snow day tomorrow. And I get ready to go home. And I'm like, oh, but what am I going to cook? I'm going to cook, oh yeah, nothing. I don't feel like cooking. So I decide I'm going to stop at Mickey D's. I go to Mickey D's, get by the way, as I'm doing all this storytelling, if you're just here for the purpose of the video, I'll go ahead and put a timestamp right there and I'll tell you when to get to it. So anyway, I said, stop at Mickey D's. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little something to eat. I don't feel like cooking. And then I'm gonna chillax. I got my video to film for Monday evening. For those who don't know, I'm filming videos on the fly. I pick a topic, such as happiness, and I decide, okay, what is it that I know about happiness? Which is funny, because somebody left me a little nasty tail comment. They're probably still watching. Hi, how you doing or whatever? I'm still filming. But anyway, they left me a nasty comment talking about what makes you qualified to speak on blah, blah, life. That right there makes me feel qualified. Life. I feel like I have to get certifications and the whatnots to speak on different things. I can sit here and tell y'all stories about my life. But anyway, I'm driving home, get my little Mickey D's, come home, I'm settling in, I'm feeling quite good. And then I hear, you know that sound you get in your stomach that tells you you might finna have a long evening. You might finna have some complications. So sure enough, my stomach grumbles. I have some of those complications and my gut is just unhappy. It's the Snickers, it's the Skittles, it's the pizza. Did I mention I had pizza? I did. I had some pizza earlier. And it's the McDonald's. It's all of that. Yeah, it's a cheat day, but I lived it up like it was a cheap lifestyle. And so all of Monday evening, I don't feel so great. Tuesday ends up being a snow day. Sure enough, it was. And actually, let me go back to Monday. I had actually started filming. And I was like, okay, let me go ahead and do my video. And I start filming. I don't feel so great. That ain't got nothing to do with what I was saying, girl. You're gonna take all that out. Why can't I figure out this happiness topic and stay on it? That didn't go well. So then along come, I decide I'm going to lay down for a little bit. That little bit turned out to be all night. Then I thought, well, let me get up early Tuesday and I'll start, my stomach was still on that time, right? So that was a problem. And I literally just didn't catch up. Well, I'm lying. Actually, I tried to film again on Tuesday evening. To fast forward to the next day, it is a snow day, thankfully, and I still don't feel well. Like all day long, I have just been kind of sipping on water and eating oyster crackers. That's pretty much all I've had all day. But I'm also a little bit nervous about sleeping because we ended up getting a good amount of snow. And I don't want to sleep too hard when these little boys come ringing my bell to shovel my driveway. So I'm just kind of like, eating oyster crackers, looking up and down the street, waiting on these little boys. They never came. These little boys have no hustle in their bones whatsoever. Tuesday evening also didn't go so well. So I'm like, let me try it again. I'm going to try to film it. Now, I will say Monday, since I was sick, my mood was just down. Tuesday, when I didn't feel so well, I was trying to remember what was it I was going to say. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm trying to force it, and things that you try to force just don't go well. And so now we fast forward to today. Today is Wednesday. Let me tell you about today. So my mother is elderly. She slips and she falls again. She fell a few months ago, but this is kind of typical of elderly people. Elderly people tend to fall off and on quite a bit. So she's fallen again. I get on the phone, I'm talking to the guy about, listen, I need you all to have procedures in place. I need this, I need that, and a third. I'm telling him all that. And he said, well, it's hard to kind of satisfy people. Like, imagine if you're going to a car wash and you're looking for a level of satisfaction of your car being washed. And at this point I black out. I don't even remember the things that were said, but how I knew that I had blacked out, and I probably said just a little bit too much of what I was thinking. How I knew that had occurred was the phone was drop dead silent afterward. Still, I feel, although the phone was quiet, I think he got my point. But anyway, all of that to say, that's how all of this has been going, and we are now on day 3 of me trying to talk about happiness. And what I know is, despite the fact that I should have been exceedingly happy about, oh, I got snow days, I got time off, I got a little more time to myself, I have not felt the happiest about it. But as the happy person that I am, because I feel like happiness is an overarching thing. Overall, I'm a happy person. Yes, things happen. And see, let me say this while I'm talking about happiness. I feel like happiness is not a goal. It's not the thing that you expect to arrive at. Why I'm doing this? Probably because I'm still not happy. I'm still kind of mad about him likening my mother to a doggone car. But let me work with me. I'm going to try to get back on track. What I will say is that happiness isn't the end goal. Like, I think anytime you decide, oh my gosh, if I win the lottery, oh, I'm going to be so happy. If I fill in the blank, if I get 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, let me tell you, I have seen people want for 100,000 subscribers. As soon as they get 101K, they're right back on it. Would you please hit the like button, subscribe, and da-da-da-da. Why? Because no matter if you decide happiness is a certain goal, then when you reach that goal, you're still going to aspire to be happier still. I feel like those people who do not feel as happy are the people who don't realize that. And just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, I don't care what city you're from. When you get to a place that is more poverty stricken and things like that, in the United States, let me just keep it here. In my country, what we tend to find, regardless of the city you go to, is that you have a liquor store. At this liquor store, you have this sign in the window that says lottery tickets sold here. You go down a few more blocks, chances are you're going to see a church. Keep going a few more blocks still, you're going to see the same thing. Another liquor store, another church. It just keeps going around in that cycle. I know that's true of the city I'm in here in the Midwest. And like I said, I've been to several other cities. If you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. It just keeps repeating. And so what that tells me is that there's probably this sense of I can anesthetize my sorrows. I can drink them away. I can, do away with them in that sense. I done got litty, I ain't got to think about my problems. Or if I just win this lottery, oh my goodness, because remember the lottery signs are in the window. If I could just win this lottery, oh my gosh, my life would be so much better. Now my bracelet fell off. I must not have snapped it. There we go. We heard the click that time. I don't think I snapped it. But if I could just win this lottery, then yes, I'm going to be a much happier person. And then there's the flip side of that. Oh, forget about what them sinners are doing. They is not saved and baptized and dipped in the holy water. They're over there drinking and gambling. What they need to do is pray. So you have the opposite end of that. And don't get it twisted. I ain't got nothing wrong with praying. I do it every day myself. But I feel like there are the two extremes. A lot of times people feel like you can either hope, anesthetize this woe away, whatever your problem is, or you can pray it away. We've all heard the saying that if you're going to pray, why worry? And if you're going to worry, why pray? There is that element of truth to that, but the reality is what's really true is in between that, you got to work your butt off. You just got to get in there and hustle and grind. And so here now, after all that, leads me to what I believe are the things that lead to happiness. And so the first thing I would say is if you're on a journey to find happiness, this might be where I put that timestamp, by the way, editing Kymberly. Get that timestamp in there, girl, because you've been talking for a minute and you finally got to a point. All right. So if I were to say that what I feel like are the key components of happiness is very first, gratitude. And I know, no, don't skip, don't ignore me, don't do that. Because here's the reality. I know you're tired of hearing it. I know you're tired of hearing about gratitude. But here's the thing. If you were looking for how can I lose weight, you're going to hear two things. You're going to hear diet and you're going to hear exercise. So when you're looking for any platform, any foundation that leads you into a happier life, one of the first things you're going to start with is actually gratitude. It just is. It's just that way. And I kid you not. When I think about when my life most took a turning point, when I became a much happier person and a person who found more fulfillment in my life, it was when I became more grateful for each and every single little thing that I got in life. But it wasn't until I got into gratitude and just, I've told this story before with regard to the truck. My ex-husband and I were separated at a point and my car broke down. As it broke down, it was like, oh, it's irreparable. I had to call him and ask him for the pickup truck that we had. It was a rusty, dusty, shift the gear kind of pickup truck. I don't want you to think that when I say truck, she means like a nice little Escalade, or no, she don't mean no Escalade, not even an Escalade. She means a pickup, got a bed in the back truck. And so I called him and I was like, I need to get the truck back, blase Skippy. I get the truck back and it's one of the trucks that has, the front seat, but it also has the rear passenger. And then behind that, it has the truck bed. Baby, when I tell you, it was full of so much stuff. I go to clean it out and as I'm cleaning it, I can see what's clearly trash. Fill up a bag, toss that out. But then there's more stuff. There's paperwork, there's receipts, there's all these things. And I'm not sure if that's trash or not. So I start loading up a couple of bags. And when I say a couple, I mean I stuffed the second one just because I didn't want to go to bag 3. I then proceed to clean the seats, clean down the dash, the windshields. The windshields, is that what? Yeah, the windshields. The side windows, I do all of that. And as I'm cleaning, it literally takes me hours of cleaning this out. But I tell you what, the whole time as I'm cleaning it, I'm like, Lord, I thank you. I am so grateful for the fact that I am able to clean this vehicle out and still have transportation to my job. Now, I have talked about my job. I've talked about the paperwork and all the extra expectations that they're suddenly asking for. But at the end of the day, whenever I get through, the fact of the matter is I pray for the job I have. I literally prayed that, Lord, I want this job. You know, I need it to pay my bills and all of that. And chances are you have to. So as we get to those points where, yeah, our job is getting on our nerve, we have to still remember that we're grateful for having it. But anyway, I'm cleaning out the truck and I'm grateful the whole time through. So why am I talking about the gratitude of this truck? Well, because I know that this truck is not going to be my forever car. It can't be, because there were different points where I had to bring a step stool to the truck. Well, actually, I just had to carry it in the truck. It was always in the back seat because this truck was burning oil just about as fast as I could pour it in. So I would fill up the tank with gas and fill up the engine with oil. Like, it was just a constant thing. And here I am, I'd have my little cute work clothes on, I'd have my cute brunch clothes on, whatever it was, and if that baby needed oil, popped out the step stool, put that in the front, and I'm pouring oil. But the whole time, I'm still grateful. Lord, I thank you. I'm so glad I caught this before the oil ran out, because you know, if it runs out of oil, it's going to burn the engine. I don't have transportation. God, thank you for that. And so this goes on for a couple of months. In the meanwhile, I am looking for a vehicle. I've got a specific color. I've got, for my exterior, I've got the interior, I've got my make, I've got my model. At one point, I even had a person out on the hunt looking for this car for me as well. All things came to fruition the way that I wanted. I ended up getting the car, the color, the make, the model, all the things that I wanted. And I was just about irritated when I had a friend say, girl, you're so lucky you found that. Because mind you, I am looking for a car at the height of the pandemic. Car prices are not through the roof. Oh no, baby, they through the clouds. Everything was mad expensive. And my friend was like, oh, you're so lucky you got it. And I don't feel like I was lucky. I feel like because I express gratitude, I think that is a song that God loves to hear. You know, He's blessed us with the little thing. Because here's my question. It becomes a thing of what makes us so arrogant to think that God should bless us with the greatest of things that we want when we haven't been thankful for even the smallest of things. Because He didn't have to give it to us. I don't know about you, but I got a history. I have done some things in my past that God could have said, nah, she a trip right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut her loose. He could have cut me loose. And He didn't. He's forgiven me. He's worked with me. He's grown me into the woman that I am today. Like, people see me as a tranquil woman, a nice this and that and the third. The reality is I haven't always been this. I haven't. God has worked with me. So when I tell you that I feel like God is appreciative, when we're appreciative of the small things, I feel like He blesses us more with the greater things. Yeah, that to me is the source of happiness. But that's only one. I feel like that's the top thing that we need to do. Be grateful. Be grateful for the things. You're looking to be happier? Be grateful for those little things that He's given you. And since I took so long on that one, let me try to speed this one up. But I feel like too, you need to express happiness. You need to express kindness. You need to be a generous person with your compliments and things like that. Just as God is generous with the blessings and the good things that He gives us, we need to be generous with the compliments we give someone. You see a woman at Walmart, Target, wherever, and her hair looks nice, run her down, tell her, ooh wee, that right there, you did that, girl. Oh, what a beautiful. The other day I just told a woman, your hair color is really beautiful. And she was like, what? Really? I thought it came out brassy. She had it some kind of like honey blonde or whatever. And I thought it was gorgeous. And she's, I thought it came out a little bit more brassy. And next thing I know, she's telling me the tips on how to dye her hair and all these other things. And I have had hair colors. I've had lighter colors, I should say, in my hair before. But right now, I just keep my hair jet black, girl, because them grays don't play with me now. I probably should be thinking about some different colors, but the grays tell me, baby, go on, stay with the black. We'll see. We'll see if I switch it up. But as she was telling me that, I was like, no, your hair is just gorgeous. I'm that person. I'm that woman who loves to just compliment other women. And here's what I find. If you're that person who feels a little bit of unhappiness, you feel unsure, you're feeling all these other things, I promise you, just by spreading that joy to someone else, you will feel it come right back to you. The crazy thing is, every time somebody does something negative to us, one of the first things you hear out somebody's mouth is, okay, you're going to get yours. You're going to get it because what? Karma is a, right? So everyone feels that way. But why do we not understand that karma works in the opposite direction as well? When you give out that kindness comes right back to you. It comes back 2, 3, 4-fold and all that other stuff. So if you're looking for ways of being happy, I'm gonna tell you, as I sit here right now, I am not my happiest person, but thinking about the great things that I've done, thinking about the gratitude that I've shown, thinking about the compliments I've given people, just thinking in general about the positive ways, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm not that person who's dependent on a liquor store and a church. I do love me some God, don't get that twisted, but I don't feel like I can just pray it away. I feel like I can give my worries to God, I can tell him my concerns, but then I go about the business of doing good deeds. My good deeds are complimenting people and being kind to people. And can I tell you this? It's the weirdest thing. So as I'm sitting, not feeling so well the other night, I end up scrolling through Instagram and along comes this one ad that catches my attention. It's I don't even know what it's called. First of all, I don't know the influencer and I don't know the product, but when I describe it, maybe some of you will know. They take this product and they blow on it. It's a yellow, it's a condom looking thing if I keep it a buck, but it's a yellow thing. She blows it and then she ends up washing her face with it. So there was a real content creator, I guess, who was washing her face with it and it just caught my attention. I ended up watching it and she says something to the effect of, I will leave the link to the product below. She was like, if you click this link, it ends up giving me a commission. Or what's that, YouTube? I forgot. But anyway, she said, if you click this link, it gives me a commission. It's linked to mine, but I will leave the outside link as well for those of you who don't want to click that. I thought that's the strangest thing to me. Here this woman is. She's just trying to eke out a living. She's trying to eke out an existence. So she has put me onto a product. I'm not going to use it. I could probably benefit from it. I don't know, but I kind of have sensitive skin. So for that reason, I'm not going to use it. But here she is. She's putting me onto a product. And bless her heart, she's got to be concerned with the idea that I wouldn't want to click her link because it might pay her money. So I should just click the outside link, making sure that only the company gets money. I don't understand that. And let me tell you, I have heard, I know for a fact, it's been some YouTubers who have said things like that. Here, I'll just leave it for those of you below who don't want to click my link, blah, 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 blah. And I thought, that's the strangest thing, especially as it comes to things like Amazon. And I wish I could remember the specific person in videos now, because I sure would tell you all. But it's been some people who have said, I'll leave my Amazon storefront below. If you don't want to click that, I'll just leave the actual product. And I'm always left on stuck when they say that. I don't understand it. I feel like for people who are struggling with happiness, you're wondering why you can't have the blessings, why things don't happen for you and all that stuff that you want. It's because you're really trying to block someone else's blessing. So for me, the thing is, when I see someone's link, especially if she's somebody who looks like me and put me on to something, are you kidding? Yes, I'm gonna click your link. Not only do I click the links of women who have told me about a product, I click people's links even if I have no interest in it. Because I think, now this I do remember, it was Sunny, Naturally Sunny. I was watching a video of hers months ago in which she said something to the effect that once people click that link, you know, if you're not even interested in buying it, please click my link because it lets the sponsor know that my people are clicking the link and interested. Honey, once she said that, I was a clicking fool. That's the kind of person I am. I like to watch the ads. I'm gonna click the links. And for darn sure, if I'm gonna buy the product, I'm gonna click it and buy it through your link. Why am I doing that? Because I feel like I'm not that person who just think karma is a bee. I think karma is a friend. I think karma, my girlfriend. So I'm eagerly looking for my karma. People talk about karma and they're worried about karma and that, honey, where she at? Like, girl, is you running late? I'm waiting on you, girl. I've been waiting on you for a minute. Come on, karma, come on. Like, I just feel like when you're living that kind of life and you're living that kind of existence, you are not worried about things like that. You're looking forward to it. So you clicked on here, you're wondering about how to be happy. You end up being happy by trying to be happy. You put forth that effort. You understand that it's a journey. It is not an end goal or an end accomplishment. It's something you work on daily. You're uncomfortable saying nice things to people. Okay, you don't want to say it to the people you know, no problem. Go your little butt out. When you go somewhere to a grocery store and you talk to a stranger, say something nice to a stranger. We don't care nothing about them. They don't know you. They don't care about what you're saying. But for you, this is practice. Hi, oh my goodness, that looks so nice. That's a nice coat. Oh, I love your shirt. I love your hair. That is not, just try it on that. Now don't try it with something fake. I'm not asking you to be fake. But I'll tell you this, if you can go out into the world and you can see a plethora of people and you don't see anything to compliment, go back home. Go back home and work on yourself, because you need to be seeing more beauty in the world. You need to be seeing more things to be grateful for. You need to be seeing more things that you can actually compliment. That is what you need to do. Sit down and journal about it. Ask yourself, what makes you this person that you are, and fix it. How do you fix it? You need to fix it by being more introspective. Start giving yourself those flowers that I talked about before. Maybe once you hear the sound of applause, even for yourself, because that's usually where it comes from. When I see people who have a hard time complimenting other people, when I see people who have a hard time giving other people the credit, it's because they feel they haven't gotten enough. So go you by home. Sit in your walls. Compliment yourself. Whatever it is you need to compliment yourself on, start getting used to saying that and applauding that and feeling good about that. And maybe that's going to be your start. Like I'm not going to tell you, step 1, you need to do this. Step 2, I wish I had that kind of mindset. But it starts off with some real basic stuff. It starts off right here. It starts off with turning that negative karma into a positive karma, with understanding that, you know what? Karma doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be mean. It doesn't have to be evil unless I am. And I choose not to be. Starting right here, right now, today. I don't care if I was yesterday. Today, I'm not that chick anymore. Today, I am positive. Today, I'm good. Today, I'm feeling myself. Today is a happy new me.